This is going to be the perfect day for testing. It's 10:39. It's already 92 degrees, so the perfect testing weather. Reset. 1. 5.2. That was slow. I feel it though. The heat is just not conducive to what I'm trying to do right now. Every run has gotten a little bit slower. South Florida, yeah, not conducive to the best run times. Welcome to Driving with Jeff, the poorest automotive channel on YouTube. Let me do a little Hoovy shuffle here. Daily driven 392, daily driving. Trying to be the good citizen, not speed. My motto is to always obey the posted speed limits. Speed limits suck. Daily driven 392 on this typical Florida end of summer day. What are we, 2 or 3 days before fall, which in South Florida means absolutely nothing. Just past the peak of hurricane season, and the next couple months are always interesting. God, I love this vehicle. The more I drive it, the more I want to drive it. It's one of those type of vehicles, like your favorite motorcycle or one of your favorite cars. The thing's a blast on the street, and it's a blast in the mud and the dirt. Now I just got to get into some mountain. So what can you say about a 392 in a Jeep Wrangler? It's something that a lot of us had wished for a long time ago. Thanks to the Bronco pushing Jeep into it, it is far from a practical vehicle. I shouldn't say that though. The Viper is my RT10 is an impractical vehicle. You don't want to be driving it at times where it's really nasty out. You don't want to be sitting in traffic in it. It's not something you can just get in and go every day without having to consider where you're going and what you're doing. This thing, on the other hand, it's like an everyday car. If you turn the exhaust off and leave it in regular drive mode, it's just like an everyday vehicle. It is my everyday vehicle, but it's so easy to everyday. That's what's fantastic about it. It makes a great daily driver. Hell, we went over to Miami yesterday, no problems. Pouring rain, no issues with traction. Just a good, fun, safe drive. It's big enough where it's got the room that I need, but yet it's small enough where it's nimble to use around and move around things or in traffic. Has a big presence, especially when the exhaust is on. Man, I just want to hammer this gas pedal. The 392 is a very nice mix of muscle car and Jeep. Add to the fact that the top can be removed and you have yourself a beautiful convertible. Yeah, it hits all the right buttons for me. But a Jeep in general is not for everybody. If you buy just any Jeep, any Wrangler I should say, and expect it to be like a sedan or a car or a Corolla or something like that, you're going to be highly dissatisfied, because that's exactly what these cars aren't. A Jeep is a very niche vehicle. It doesn't work for everybody. It takes a certain kind of person, certain mentality, a certain kind of personality to drive a Wrangler. It isn't for everybody. That's probably a good thing. It keeps the world interesting. 392 is even more of a niche vehicle than a regular Wrangler, because in reality it's not a practical vehicle. But most vehicles that elicit a response emotionally aren't practical vehicles. The great thing about this vehicle is one day you can be driving it like this, running errands, going to work, doing whatever you got to do, and then that same day, a little while later, you could just flip this top off and drive down a dirt road or up a mountain or wherever you want to go. out into the beach, into the swamp. It's a multiple personality vehicle. It's like Sybil. Although I have to say, when you're in quiet mode and you're not in off-road plus, this vehicle is a very sedate cruising machine. Easily a mall crawler. Push of that button, well, actually a push of those two buttons, the exhaust and the off-road plus, and this vehicle takes on a whole different personality. If you have a 392 Wrangler and you haven't had the experience yet of pushing on that off-road plus and that exhaust button and hitting a dirt road without the top on or something, man, it takes it to a new level. After unofficially testing this, I've made some conclusions on the brake torque function, the brake torque reserve function, whatever you want to call it. The way this works is that you stand on that brake pedal and you start accelerating, and you really have to stand on that pedal, but as you're doing this, it's filling the manifolds with air. So when you finally decide to release, the manifolds are already filled with air, and you just rock it away, and it works really well. If you don't hold those brakes hard enough, it'll push right through it. Hold the brake hard, really hard, get through that gas, let go, and you'll hear it. It makes a completely different sound than a regular launch. And I've noticed now on 3 out of 4 launches that it also shifts differently. It gives a much quicker shift for the first 2 shifts. There's no like fart, as a lot of people are calling it, no burble in between. It makes a distinct sound, and then it just goes, and you go through that 1, 2, 2, 3 shift really quick. One, two, three. 4.9. Can't beat that 4.9 with all these tools loading down that back. Reset. Yeah, this thing is deceivingly fast. When you look down, you're surprised at how fast you're really going. Out and about on this sweltering September day.